Hello, my dear and strong Capricorns. This is your horoscope for February 2024. Let me congratulate you because this February you're going to be celebrating and welcoming it without Pluto in your sign, which will be amazing February, and I hope it will bring you all the positive vibes. Now you will be feeling more relieved. It will be feeling like there is no more any pressure. And Pluto was in your sign for the last 16 years, transforming you as a person and at your core. Now you are a totally different person and ready to, take your place in the world. Well, let's begin with February horoscope. It seems like it's all about actually your money, your savings. It's a financial month for you, my dear Capricorns. You are the hard-working sign of the zodiac, and it seems like you will be pretty busy with your finances, with your money matters. Now, 5th of February, Mercury, planet of communication and signing contracts, will move into your second house, house of money, your financial house, your house of earned income. And Mercury will be quite in shock because Mercury will find Pluto there at the doors of your second house, and their meeting will be exactly in this place, in this sign, in this your second house for the first time. Last 250 years. So that's how long Pluto takes around the sun to come back to the same point. So Mercury finding Pluto there will be for the first time in that long years, and it might actually indicate that you are entering your biggest and important 20 years financially, because Pluto will stay in your second house for the next 20 years. That's how long it will be transforming your earning skills, earning abilities, and your relationship with money, your relationship, how to earn money, how to save them, how to make them more. And Pluto is here to teach you that. Their conjunction also, indicating that you might open business around, this date that will become profitable or make your existing actually business even bigger. You might be making some adjustments. You might be opening more stores or more like franchising. And if you are a new business owner, then that business in the next 20 years might bring you good income if you will work with Pluto, because Pluto is the planet of big money, is the planet of transformation, is the planet of change. And Mercury is the, a little postman of our universe. It delivers us news, it delivers us emails, letters, and some words. And here, Mercury and Pluto together, actually, they might also indicate that you're gonna earn for yourself a fortune in the next, let's say, 20 years. But this is just the beginning. What you're gonna do now, you have to put your mindset on the right path, and Pluto is here to look for it. But Pluto demands a lot of effort, honesty, deep transformation, changing your attitude, your thoughts about money, your thinking abilities, and your thoughts about how to earn money. And you will have to change. Pluto likes to bring all the ugly things first. So it's like maybe you will have to actually change your way of thinking about money and how to actually accumulate it, because money at the end is energy, and you will have to go to that level. And Pluto likes to dive deep, and it will make you actually understand quite a lot of things in the next coming 20 years. Mercury here as a planet of thinking, speaking, our mind. Mercury here in your second house might bring actually first thoughts about like new ways of earning money, or what to earn, because second house is not only like finances. It's not like material earnings, but it also like self-esteem, how to boost your confidence. Maybe your thoughts will be on that, topic. Or also, second house is expensive gifts. You might be thinking how to, not like how to, but you might be wishing and also trying to find ways how to get that something very expensive that you want so badly. Pluto will show you actually in the second house your worth and will push you to show it and achieve bigger things in terms of your abilities, in earning money, like maybe changing jobs or achieving something more, some other good positions that earn you a name, that earn you a stability, financial freedom. Also, 5th of February, this date might bring a talk or a message from like your manager. You might be talking to your manager on this date, or some kind of a VIP person, or some kind of influential person who has power. And that message will be most likely about your salary or your bonus, like your earning income or service fee. If you work like on services, then it might be about the fees that you earn, or even contract. Actually, it might bring a contract to sign. Mercury is the planet of signing contracts, so maybe that contract will be on house or car purchase, like big purchases, expensive purchases, as it's happening in your second house, something big. And Pluto is also, indicator of banks, some kind of authorities that can give pressure, like police or tax authorities, all financial institutions. And it might be that you will be in communication with them at this date. For example, maybe opening a bank account or setting a trust fund. Something you will be doing financially on this date. And please let me know what happened around this date. As your astrologer, it's always interesting for me what kind of situations you came like face to face when Mercury met Pluto in your second house. Leave in the comments your situations. I would appreciate it. And don't forget to check your rising sign and moon sign too, because those are very important and equally valid for your life and for forecast of the next month, because our moon sign and our rising sign, they both affect us, and some things in our lives, they play out according to our sun, some things they play out according to rising and the moon. It depends on what time you're born and place you're born. If you don't know them, you can go online, and there are a bunch of websites where you can draw your natal chart, put up there your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, and there you go, you will get it. Okay, let's continue. 7th of February, that day will be amazing, my dear Capricorns. For you will remember that day, and I'm so excited for you, because mark this date on your calendar. On this date, Venus, planet of love, planet of beauty, and the moon together, they will be in connection on this day. Moon is our emotions, moon is our reaction. They both will be in your first house, and having Venus in your first house, it's always an amazing feeling, because then you will be feeling that you are beautiful, you are awesome, you will be like a magnet to your surrounding. You will have the power to convince anyone to anything. When Venus is in our sign, then we feel like we are irresistible, and actually it is like that. So Moon and Venus, they are teamed up in your first house, will make beautiful a contact with Uranus, planet of surprises, planet of innovation. That will be situated in your 5th house. That is a house of true love, that is a house of kids and joy. And Uranus will be in a sign so compatible to yours, actually, my dear Capricorns, in Taurus. And Also, there are a bunch of other planets that will be working for you on that day. It's Jupiter, giver of gifts, our big angel of the universe, who wishes us only good, who gives us, gifts just because we exist. Jupiter will be also in your fifth house, house of love, making beautiful contact with Saturn, planet of discipline, planet of hard work, and your ruler, my dear Capricorns, planet of taking responsibilities, that will be in your third house. And Neptune, which will be also in your third house, and Neptune is planet of magic, planet of imagination. Everything we imagine, our inspiration, it's all under Neptune. And Neptune will be in beautiful contact with Mars, planet of action, planet of motivation. This is our drive. This is our engine inside us that pushes us to do things in life, achieve things in life. And these all are beautiful, beautiful setting on the sky, indicate that you might be having some sort of flirting, around the 7th of February. And in general, February, on Valentine's Day, most of the couples, I feel like they will be celebrating Valentine's a week earlier than on 14th February, because 14th February falls in the middle of the week, or they will be celebrating 2 weeks after, because around those times, like a week before and 2 weeks after, are actually amazing transits are going to happen on the sky that will give you this kind of a romantic mood. And for you, my dear Capricorn, this 7th of February looks amazing, looks glitterous. So you might be feeling yourself kind of in a flirty mood, and some surprises are due as well that will warm up your heart. Might be actually your kids. If you have kids, then they might make some surprises. Or your business. If you have business, if you're a business owner, that business of yours might bring you great satisfaction. It seems like you will be feeling like in love with life and with yourself, most importantly. And your mood will be totally on high, energy levels, which is very important in life. I think that's where actually our dreams come true. And stay positive. And also, other topics that might come up to you is your hobby. For example, you might find for yourself a new hobby that brings real joy and satisfaction. Or if you are in the art segment, like you're working in art, you're an artist, like you're an actor or singer or dancer or some photographer, then you might get, let's say it's just an example, but all the, let's say, who are in a creative kind of a business, then they will all get boost on this date. And as an example, if you are an actor or actress, then you might get a role offer, like some sort of character in a movie that you will like a lot. And no matter if you're already an established actor and actress, or just in the beginning of that journey, like in your creative arts kind of, or it might be also all these things actually relate to any other type of artists, like dancers, singers, as I said already. So you should be on your best on this date. Communications will be feeling smooth, and even if you will be signing contract, then that contract will go very well, and even the communications around it and in general will be amazingly easygoing and with no complications should be. And in general, whole month of February, my dear Capricorns, you will have the support of someone you start, let's say, dating recently. Those kind of I'm talking about that relationship that started recently, not those that are already like set in stone. That's not your hubby, that's not your wifey, and not the long-term relationships who are in, but those are just like started, and you will have full support of that person. Or if you don't have someone and you're let's say have kids, then you will have the support of your kids as well. And communication with kids might be very going well as well. And all things related to their education, kindergarten should go extra well as well, whole February. So use this month for that if you have kids or your life kind of related to kids, children. And business wise, your ruler, Saturn, our strict teacher of the universe, planet of discipline, planet of taking the responsibilities, will make sure that your contract will have clear and the right terms and conditions, very strict conditions. But at the same time, Capricorns, I think that you like those things because as a sign of Capricorn, you are very hardworking and you like to make sure that everything is going well and right. And the contracts, Saturn will make sure for you, your ruler will be helping you here. Here, Saturn will also make sure that all the communication with person that you've recently actually kind of start seeing or will do so, because everything is indicating to that. If you don't have anyone, then my Capricorns, get ready. You might meet someone. So with that person, communication will go, with clear mind, rather with clear mind and seriously oriented kind of intentions, let's say. You will be in communication like more with a sober mind, if I may say so. And you will be knowing what you want from that relationship and no joke around that. And Saturn, of course, will make sure of that. 9th of February, we have new moon in your second house. And that new moon will be met by harsh angle from Uranus, planet of surprises, that will be situated in your 5th house. So new moons are all about beginnings. They will set up a topic for the next 2 weeks until full moon happens. So those 2 weeks will be colored by this new moon. And new moon brings new stories to our life, some kind of a new message, some kind of a new things to attend, errands to run, And here, appearing in your second house, some kind of a new source of income might come your way, or way of earning money. But actually better if, let's say, if you're opening a business, or if you got an offer to do so and you found some sort of a job, like as a second income, better if it won't involve any alcohol or drugs or cigarettes, like not in those industries. Because Uranus will be meeting that new moon with harsh angles, and you never know what kind of surprises it might bring, or that will be the surprises actually that might actually involve your business, all these things mentioned. It might be that you won't be actually enjoying of what you have to be doing in order to earn money. It also might be this case. At the same time, Jupiter, planet of fortune, planet of happiness, will be squaring Mercury, meaning they will be in argument. Mercury, planet of communication. And Jupiter and Mercury arguing with each other, it's like, communications and contract signings might not go well as you hoped. Let's say those communications especially will be involving your salary rise or money you're going to earn or service fee. And or it depends, like of what kind of situation you have, right? Different Capricorns, it might be different situations, and you might get a salary rise, but seems like not so much as you want it. It's not like you won't get it, but there is a chance that you will get more, kind of recalculation of salary, but then it will not be so high as you hope for. Also, this new moon might bring unexpected spending on, like, your kids. If you have kids, if you have children, then, or for example, you're a business owner, then there might be some spendings coming to you around this new moon. And actually, you never know what kind of spendings, because Uranus is the planet of surprises. Or let's say you've been like planning your hobbies, like creative art, for example, art exhibition, kind of your photo exhibitions, or like dancing show or singing show. and all of a sudden it might actually require some funds, some money from your side, some kind of a more sort of funding. And in general, I wouldn't advise to borrow money around this date, because then it won't be you will wait long that money to come back to you. And it seems like there will be some people actually asking for money to borrow, and especially the ones that you let's say you don't know very well and you met recently. Those kind of people might ask a favor, financial favor, and I wouldn't advise to do that. But it's up to you actually. Okay, next 13th of February, right before the Valentine's, Mars will move into your second house, financial house again. You see how the second house is packed with energies for you this February, fueling your actually confidence in earning money. And the next day on 14th of February, Valentine's Day, Mars will meet up with Pluto there. And Mars, planet of action, planet of motivation, or wherever Mars comes in your chart, and it activates it, it gives it push. And finding Pluto at that place, it indicates that it will activate Pluto topics for you, and it might actually show you the preview, let's say, like a trailer, a movie trailer of what's to come in the next 20 years. So some sort of like topics might be coming to you in your second house, meaning your financial house, earning money house. So these kind of topics and Mars might really show you, so stay tuned. And February is a power month. While Mars is here, he will, wake up your motivation. He will be working hard to wake up your motivation, your hunger for more money, let's say, and actually giving you insights of how to actually earn it, how to achieve it, how to make it more, how to accumulate it, like chunks of money, because Pluto is planet of big money. It's not a small money planet. And Mars in second house also might give some spendings. You might be, having a lot of spendings around. So I advise you actually to watch out and have an accountant, or if you have a book like where you write down all your spendings, so keep that book. And might be that you will change your job as well, or position at work. You might get new one where you might also grow for the next 20 years. Somehow, like maybe in that industry, it's not necessarily that in the same company. I think nowadays that's not at all popular thing to do, but in that industry that you're gonna start working, or let's say studying, then that industry will be for you a place of growth. And or it might be that you will be establishing your own brand, or opening a store, or starting some other kinds of business, any business. Reevaluating yourself also is here, because second house is also about self-confidence, self-esteem. And at times you might be feeling that you can't actually achieve anything, or doubting yourself, but Pluto makes you stronger, my dear Capricorns. Don't forget about it. Pluto always, any planet works for our good, so never doubt yourself. And it's always hard to start something, but when you achieve what you put your mind on, that's very satisfactory. So stay on a positive side. And this is actually Valentine's Day. This kind of mood is around the Valentine's Day, a bit heavier, but other two planets will be working hard to make that Valentine's Day much more sweeter. If you will be celebrating it with your sweetheart, then Neptune, planet of magic, planet of imagination, planet of inspiration, will be making beautiful contact with Venus. They will be making your Valentine's sweet as sugar. Venus is planet of love, as it should be, planet of beauty. In your first house, you are shining like a star in February, my dear Capricorns, and you are the lucky ones who We're actually having and hosting Venus twice this year, and only like one of the two lucky signs who will be having Venus in their sign. And Venus in our sign is always amazing, brings amazing vibes, self-confidence, and we look irresistible to others, even to our enemies. So on these Valentines, you will be shining like a diamond. And Neptune and Venus together, it's very right timing for Valentine's, and love is in the air because you might be dreaming about, or actually daydreaming, because 14th of February is actually middle of the week. So you might be at work and you might be daydreaming at work, as this day actually, yeah, falls on, I think, Wednesday, and over some, let's say, communication with a newfound love, or chat, or message, or someone like, that you flirted in the beginning of the month. Might be that person. Feels like your words will be so soothing and pleasant and to hear to anyone. So use that power. Use that power of your words to put a magic on someone that you really like. Also, your siblings, especially your siblings, actually might be like in a very good communication with you. You might, again, let's say, not again, but let's say if you've been long not contacting each other, on this date they might contact you, and it will be very, very beautiful chat and communication over phone. 16th of February, planet of love, Venus, will follow her lover Mars. In the universe there is a couple, Mars and Venus. This is a couple of our universe. They are the lovers, and they will Venus will follow her lover into your second house, financial house, but meeting there Pluto on 17th of February. Now, this date, their meetup, might bring kind of cash flow or salary rise, or maybe salary will be coming to your bank account, some kind of fee coming, like service fees, some additional income might come, or a gift from someone influential or a friend. And finally, on 22nd of February, Venus finally meets up with her lover Mars in your second house. But now they are meet up, Venus and Mars, this couple. This happens only once per year because they are always on the different tasks of the universe. They're they're following each other, trying to reunite, and they're always in different signs, different places across the sky. But their meetup happens once per year, and this time it will happen in your second house on 22nd February, and it's supposed to be like let's say, and it's very significant transit, and plus it's supposed to be about love, but then their meetup will be met by opposition by moon. That is a very let's say, a harsh angle to make from your 8th house. And another planet that will be also not liking their meetup will be Jupiter, planet of luck, planet of joy, from your 5th house. And here it might be that, let's say, you have investments. If you have like investments like crypto or stocks, shares or coins, and returns from that might not be so well. Especially if you invested in companies that are involved in entertainment industries or beverage industries like alcohol, cigarettes, brands, also this kind of like prohibited, much or less, industries, let's say. Another topic that might also come up during this time is your children. Might be another concern, their, let's say, inheritance, or their psychological state, or kind of mental state. If it's not about children, then it might be about business. If you don't have children, then if you are a business owner, you might have to be spending money on returning the loan, let's say, to a bank or any financial institution that you used to open that business. And even if it's the time that your business is still not generating a lot of money, or it might be those banks that actually will not be so willing to borrow that money for your new business, let's say. it might be also this kind of situation. Same situations, similar situations might come up when it comes to hobby that you want to make your profession, let's say, like main profession, and you might need some funds. Or there might be a tax to pay, let's say, for your business, or some checkups from those kind of institutions, authorities. All these things might be around the table, so please also let me know on the comments. I would like to know what this couples meetup will bring to you in February, my dear Capricorns. 19th of February, giver of life, light of our universe, sun, will move, ingress into your third house, bringing your attention to those papers to sign, or those, to take a look and clean up your actually email folders, unread messages, all those things, your communications, your chats, to check up all those and clean up that little mess that was already there. And February will be finishing up by a full moon on 24th of February in your 9th house. And full moon will be beautifully supported by Jupiter, planet of happiness, from your 5th house. And full moons are all about, they bring light to some situation that was already unfolding there, that was already going on in your life. They might bring some sort of new information. Like if you've been waiting for some information, that information might come up, or some sort of last word. They might bring closure. They might to some situation. They also bring kind of last word that you've been waiting for. And appearing in your 9th house, there might be a few situations coming up. Let me list them for you. So you might travel actually, and it will bring you a lot of joy around 24th of February. Also might be that your visa, residence permit, or citizenship, if you are in that process of getting them, applying to them, might get a positive conclusion. So you might get them actually, those papers, and you might get the news from embassies or from authorities who deal with those things, like immigration papers. Or you might successfully finally apply, like you've been, let's say if you've been gathering all these documents, now you will finally apply for a visa or permit or residency and citizenship. Also, if not about these things, then if you are in a legal case, like in a legal battle with someone, or you are just following some legal case, let's say online, you might actually win that case. You will be a winner, my dear Capricorns. So be positive in whatever situation is there, and full moon will bring you satisfactory actually conclusion. 9th house is also about education. If you are at that age, and not only, but in general, if you are studying, then you might be graduating or passing all exams during this time, and even diploma presentation might happen very successfully. And if you do those things, let me congratulate you on those things already. And you also, if you are, if these things are not about you, and if you are at that age, you might become a grandparent on and around 24th of February. Or 9th house is also about publishing. So if you have a book scheduled, to publish, then it might get published. Or you might finally find a printing house, like a nice editor house. So those things might also happen in February. And in general, February, I feel like it's an amazing month for you in terms of financially, and travel month. So please let me know in the comments whatever will be happens in February. I would appreciate it, or in general your opinion on the whole month. Anyhow, I wish you the best February, my dear Capricorns. Bye bye.